This is onion poppy seed cheese bread.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone, starting off with a large bowl, and you'll need 3/4 of a cup of warm milk, as well as a 1/4 cup of warm water, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of shortening, and a package or 1/4 ounce of instant active dry yeast. Now if you're using the instant active yeast, you can just add it directly to the liquid like this. You don't have to mix it in water first. So there'll be the instructions in the description box for both methods of different kinds of yeast. Now you'll add in between 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 cups of flour to your dough. Add enough so that it starts to come together and it starts to pull away from the sides of the bowl, and it starts to make like a nice soft dough. Once you get to that point, I brought it back into a ball in the bowl, and then I switched it from beaters to a dough hook. Now, if you don't have a mixer for this, you can just do this by hand on your countertop. And then I just kneaded the dough with the dough hook for a few minutes until it was nice and smooth and elastic. Then I just spread a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of the sides of this bowl. I put that dough ball on there, I covered it, and I let it rise in a warm place until it was doubled in size. So there's the dough. After about an hour or so, you can see it rose quite a bit. Then prepare a 9 by 13 inch baking dish with a little bit of cooking spray or grease it. And then just take that dough ball and spread it out in the pan. And you can punch out any little air pockets that are in there. Spread that all out. And then cover and let it rise again a second time till about doubled. And that'll take a little less time, probably about 45 minutes or so, depending how warm your kitchen is. Now we're going to prepare the topping. That's 1 large egg, 1/3 of a cup of milk. Whisk that together, and then add in some onion. You can use as much or little onion as you want. I'm using green onions. That's about four large size green onions that I finely chopped. And then I added in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And I just stirred that together until it was combined. Now we're going to place this on top of our dough that's risen a second time. And I just use a spoon and I gently spooned it on the top. You don't want to push down too hard because you're going to flatten out your dough. I just spread it out, and then I used a fork to just kind of gently spread it so the entire surface of that dough was covered with the cheese and egg mixture. And then finally, sprinkle on some poppy seeds. Now I used a couple of tablespoons of poppy seeds. I didn't really measure it. I just sprinkled some on until it looked like the whole thing had a few poppy seeds on it, as you can see in this video. Then you're going to bake this at 425 for about 20 minutes or so until the bread's done and the edges are all nice and golden. And you can let this cool and cut it, or you can let it cool slightly and then cut it. It's actually at its best when it's served a little bit warm. And there it is. It's a plain kind of white bread, but with that coating on the top, you have the cheese and the crunchy, little bit of a crunch of poppy seeds. It is actually quite delicious, and it's a perfect side dish. This bread is perfect if you're serving like a pasta dish, but it's also really good if you have soup for dinner. This is my Italian tortellini soup that I've done before on my channel, and I will put a link right on your screen. You can go ahead and take a look at it if you'd like. And give me a thumbs up for my paper towel napkin and my mismatched cutlery. Thank you so much for watching.